Hello guys, welcome to day 6 of the Darkstar Invitational tournament. Tonight's match is between RNKX, the reformed RNK, and Shinigami, which is also a denomination of RNK. So, firstly, I have an apology to make. Last night, I sounded a little unenthusiastic in my casting, and that is because I live in a hostel and too much noise might drag attention. And uh, and it's already weird that I'm talking to myself in my room. Now, sorry. I mean, it's already weird that I'm talking to myself in my room. Now, imagine me screaming after every team fight. That would be weird, or even weirder. So back into the game, the first two bans here from both of these teams being Lucas, Anzo, Zushin, and Xbog. For a very long time, Xbog was a meta on our Nigerian server until it stopped being relevant. So for all of yesterday, Cecilion was banned because of his late game potential, and similarly because in the hand of Jolin, he pops up. Jolin is a very good Cecilion player. As a response, without thinking too much about their pick, Shinikami picked up Alice and Angela right off the bat. It seems like they're going for a sustained team composition here against RNKX. RNKX locking Brody and Sishi. Shishi is very good for a sustained team fight. If you are going to be very long in a team fight, you want Shishi on your side. She dishes out a lot of damage. She's able to escape. She's able to initiate, and she's also able to serve as CC in some way with her ultimate that binds all the enemies together if they are too close. As a response to stay in the fight longer than 10 seconds. Okay, Danny might be AFK, or generally the squad is indecisive about who they want to ban as they leave out that ban spot. Basically empty. No one is banned in the third phase. In the second phase of banning here for RNKX. 1-1 being considered by Isolani. It is nice to see his face back in the land of Dawn since he was absent in the last Shinigami game, which they won. So 1-1 locked in, and we will see how this goes from here. Yeah. Gatokacha and Ayabusa being the last pick for RNK. Now this is a smart choice from RNK. They are going sustain, so they lock in Gatokacha. Gatokacha is able to engage, disengage, is able to start fight, pick fight, and I think it's an all around good. He's going for the room position, seeing that he just locked in revitalized, so that is a good pick there by RNKX. As a response, Shinigami picks up the Hylos. By the way, guys, who do you think has the better composition here? Now, these are two STA teams on our server. Shinigami arguably top 3 on our server right now. Although they are acclaimed to have fallen off after their prime mage player left the squad, and a player that is known for his jungle prowess is also playing in the marksman position. I'm speaking, of course, of Isolani. So there's been some changes in their composition, but nonetheless, they still maintain the top 3 position in my mind. Uh, in terms of Nigerian squads. So as we see here, not much is going on. Just, you know, learning phase, typically boring unless you are RNK PH, and you just you've already forced the enemy to use their flicker in the first minute of the game. But this is the Nigerian server, so we shouldn't expect that level of craziness just yet. We'll get there someday. A bit of poke coming from Sicilian, just stacking up nicely. Let me see what is rocking here. He's going for the mana boots, which is not something I will do first. I like to build my I like to build the gems first before the boots. There was a gank. There was a invade attempt by Katokacha there, but he called it off before he ended up in a, I can speak, before he ended in any danger. There's an attempt here on 1-1, but the jungler goes down instead, which is a terrible trade. Guys. I don't know what's going on tonight, but I cannot speak. I just keep stumbling upon my words. But yeah, Ayabusa does go down. Similarly, the Roma Gatokacha goes down too, and 1-1 lives to see another day. And in the midst of that, 1-1 managed to pick up one kill, which is exactly what you want for your mage. You want your mage. You want your marksman to. You want your marksman to snowball as early as possible, leaving the opponent marksman after that. I have no idea what's going on tonight, guys. I think it's because I skipped dinner. But anyway, I was going to say that it's a nice idea to leave your opponent's marksman at a disadvantage than it going on Alice there to not avail not item just yet to pop off, and Alice already one level ahead of Danny, so is going to go ahead and pick up that turtle with no problem at all. The score currently is 0-2, which spells doom for RNKX, but not to be pessimistic entirely, because they do have Sicilian on their side, and Sicilian pops up in the late game. So, and he's also yet to die, so that's a good sign for what's to come past the 10-minute mark. Bolivar here farming out of his mind. He's maintaining that one level lead ahead of RNKX's jungler Danny on his Ayabusa here. It seems like things have calmed down a little bit since the last skirmish that claimed the RNKX's jungler's life. Sky Guy here on an attempt to force retribution out of Danny, and it does, but the objective will be up in a few minutes, in a few seconds, and that should provide Ayabusa enough time to get his retribution back up. It seems like there's an attempt here on Ayabusa's red buff, and there's no answer whatsoever. Sky Guy rotating all the way to the bottom lane, abandoning the top lane for Sishi to push. The gold plating are still available, so there's no real threats on that turret going down anytime soon. It seems like RNK is going to abandon the. Seems like RNK is going to abandon the second turtle and just focus on pushing the top lane, which they've done successfully. They've taken the top lane, and it seems like they might take down Badang here. There's a successful steal of that red buff, and it seems like the marksman might go down, and there's everything thrown at the marksman here, everything at the kitchen sink. But he survives. Luckily for him, Gatokaja came in a clutch, manages to taunt uh, the enemy's ear, and he survives. Jolene there with a steal on that little. Angela goes down and Cecilion picks up no kill or no assist whatsoever. He is however managing to keep his KDA at 000, which means that he's not died once despite the threats coming from. I think I might have jinxed it. He manages to flick out of danger. I'm also suspecting that nobody has shared the stream link because the view count is very low, and these are two very big teams going at it right now. So it seems like the community is missing out on some action-packed violence right here. After lighting going into deep, Bogato Kacha came in clutch to save him out of that mess. Cecilion also popping out, managing to get one assist, and it seems like Alice bit off more than he could chew as Danny goes to pick up the kill and also attempted a kill on Phantom there on Angela, and he manages to kill Angela. Not sure what's going on today with the stream. The number is very low. Early snowball for Shinigami, but it seems like RNKX just managed to get a breathing space with their last skirmish where they recovered from 0 kills to 4 kills in a minute or so. An attempt bot lane, and the horseman might go down here. 1-1 does survive, however, and he's going to retreat tactically from that fight. Levi just doing Levi thing and trying to push her on that lane. Wow, that was a cheesy pickup by Daniel right there as he manages to just shuriken Isolani on 1-1, killing him. Guys, if you're on the Darkstars community, please share the link. Tell people that the stream is going on. There's a big fight here. This is how you know this is sustained team comp. Nobody goes down. Danny goes back in. I'm not entirely sure that's a good idea. He retreat and getting a speed boost, surviving that otherwise certain death. Shinigami are aware of the lack of retribution from Hayabusa might converge on the Lord, but they considered against it. I mean, however, it's a 5v5 and they have a small advantage, but they want a 60-50 or anything more than 50-50 chance at the Lord. Shinigami's problem right now is that they don't have sufficient damage. Badan goes down, Ilos goes down, and it seems like RNKX, they have even the horde, and it seems like they are going to take down this lord with no problem at all. Levi unable to find any trade-off for that, for the two deaths of his team members and also the lord that was taken from them. There's a real attempt here by 1-1 to take the turrets, and he might have some success with that. The turret goes down. Everything was thrown at the poor lowly there. Angela almost went down, but Alice goes down. Now the sustain comp is practically useless because there's no front line to tank the damage coming from from RNK. However, they managed to get a kill on Ayabusa. I think he overstayed his welcome, and they forget that 1-1 pokes a lot when left to a device. There's a focus on the turret, but Badang tries his best, but his best unfortunately was not enough in the face of the overwhelming amount of damage coming from RNKX. And RNKX manages to take the victory the first game against Shinigami. In my assumption of RNKX's comp being a late game, they managed to end the game in less than 12 minutes, look, guys. In less than 12 minutes. That's amazing. Anyways, let's ready up for game 2. Hello, hello, hello. You are welcome to the second match of tonight's game. This is the second match between Shinigami and RNKX. RNKX won the first game at the 11th minute mark, despite the fact that they had a lineup that was supposed to scale later into the late game. So, once again, welcome. Our apologies for not sharing the link to the first game. That was not my job. It was the job, however, of my co-host, or the team leader of the squad that is hosting the tournament, but he forgot. So apologies for that. Anyways, the first bands here from Shinigami being the Fasa and the Luoyi. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Arenke banning out Lucas and Kalia. That was a big yawn. Hayabusa picked up as the first pick. That is prime pick and very smart choice. Cecilion locked in for Jolene, and Arenke considering the. Never mind, they went for Blue instead. Got to catch her next to Lilia. Shinigami not playing around this time as they are going for Wombo combo. They are going for, fights. They are going for pickoffs. Camilla picked up the partner to Cecilion in the law. Camilla is good, but that also depends on if they pick a hero that complements ultimate ear that binds all the enemies caught in a stun, and then damaged from one hero is shared to the other heroes. So uh she's good for engaging and disengaging, and she's also good for team fights if enemies are clamped up together. But I doubt that will be the case for the Shinigami, given that Hayabusa can go in and out of fights. I can't speak. Gatokacha can run away, and Lilia can ult her way out of any danger. Anzo would really be a good pick up here, but at the same time, Link is going to make the life of Lilia hell. Aerith makes a good pick in this comp. She's able to dash in and out of fights, and she can escape and get into the face of Sicilian. Badang as the last pick here for Shinigami. So Melissa is the last pick here for RNK. Give me a second. All right, so Shinigami versus RNK game two. The the drafts are slightly different from the last one. This one is more, this one is more team fight loaded. You have a fight to pick. We are here for you. Is the statement here from both of these games, from both of these guys. Starting off by taking the buffs naturally. The Roma here helping out a little earlier. In the bot lane, not much is going on. Top lane, not much is going on. Danny just farming similarly as Levi is. Although Danny has managed to secure both the blue and red buff, while Levi is yet to secure the red. Little goes down to Danny. That is to be expected. Azo farms faster than the Hayabusa. Both Hayabusa and Anzo, I believe, are Japanese, so not related at all. Just fun fact. There's a threat here on Levi's life, but I don't think that poses any real danger at all. Hayabusa just waiting to what? Okay, everybody saw that, Abby. I mean, it can't just be me. That was crazy. That was Anzo surviving on 1 HP. And I don't think Shinigami RNK will be able to contest this turtle as they try to find another. After lighting here way too deep into enemy territory, no real threat from both of these teams as they just went back to the face. Let's check on our top lane. Nothing much is going on. Just poke me, I poke you. And the poking thing is more real here for Melissa because she literally plays with needle. So a poking is more of a bigger threat compared to that of Farid. Panda being cheesy and sneaky steals away the gold crab. So 4 RK members are top lane right now. It seems like they want to pick a fight. And they do, in fact, pick a fight on the Badang. Badang trying to punch his way out of the ultimate of Anzo, the soul snatch there from Anzo. And he just manages to do so, but Hayabusa is here on cleanup duty and he manages to take down Kama on the Melissa. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Totu has spawned bot lane. RNK seems to be. They don't seem to be ready for this one quite yet. Cecilion smelling out there's danger in the bush there and manages to pop his ult just in time to escape Hayabusa's ultimate. But now Melis now Lilia is who is the person being threatened, but just as it was as a perfect Roma, he exchanges his life for okay, too many action is going on before I can even like get my word out. So I think I'll just take a breather and let this thing unfold. As I say, that top lane is also witnessing some action as the Madame Poker is almost taking down the dwarf right there. But Lilia shows up just in time to make the team fight unfair, going from 1v1 to 1v2, and Kama going down for the second time in this game. But that with an overextension might go down here as a compensation for the Melissa, the soul snatch going out, but Cecilion was the one that got the kill. So Julian right there is on a 111 KDA, which is not bad for a mage that is supposed to get stronger during the late game. Are you, can anyone hear me? I can't see the comments. Wow, Ayabusa swallowed there by Anzo. This is not a pun on Anzo's soul snatcher, but I think he just literally swallowed Levi on Ayabusa back there. An attempt on the bot lane, which I don't think is a smart idea because there's no minion to help the push. There's a chase here on Kama again, but he manages to escape, and it seems like this mid lane turret is going to remain. Kaiser said Gamma is feeding again. Levi manages to secure his revenge on Anzo by taking him down a few seconds before the turtle spawned. So naturally now RNK has no way of contesting this turtle. Utah, thank you for showing up your face. I think you are the most. You probably win the award for the most engaging viewer. Kama manages to get a revenge on Isolani there in a 1v1 again. Sociopaths playing Lilia too late to make the match uneven this time. Sometimes I feel like I'm casting this game talking as if I'm reciting the national anthem or doing audiobook for a book. But I just have to keep my voice at a minimal decibel so I don't go too loud and make my neighbors think something is wrong with me. I mean, they already have that suspicion already, but I don't think it's because of all the talking to myself in my room. Wow, Phenom used a whole ult on 3 minions just to secure that turret. Like, bro, chill. I don't think they were posting any threat in the first place. A team fight here. Karma managing to escape, but still staying in the team fight. Wow, 2-for-1. But a turret secured top lane, so that's a 2-for-2 if you ask me. Anzo in a real danger here at the hands of Phenom. And if he hadn't used his ultimate on those minions earlier, I think he might have just secured a kill on the jungler of RNK there. That was a brilliant escape from Danny there. He knew he couldn't fight against Ayabusa. He knew his ult was up, and he just ran away. I'm going to assume that Kama is aware that he has no vision on the position of the enemies there, so he won't push his luck at the top lane. I'm going to assume Ceslon is packing because there's no way they're trying to bust this lord. Let me check how many stacks Ceslon has. I don't think. Sicilian has almost 200 stacks. There's a huge fight here, guys. There's a really, really huge fight here. Badang goes in, but unfortunately, he was not able to connect the dot between his flicker and his fist crack. However, Shinigami manages to claim 2 lives, and they also claim the Lord, which is a good trade for them. Lord is pushing top lane. It seems like they're going to let Lord do his thing, and they're going to focus on bot lane. Arguably, RNK has a very, very good clear. They have Melissa, they have Anzo, they have Cecilion. So the Lord goes down in a blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye, more like. However, this turret is not going to sustain that punch at all. It is going to go down. Oof. Oof. Levi is disgusting on this Ayabusa. He notices Anzo was down and he went in for the finishing blow. More like the finishing shuriken. And we are back to this boring limit phase of waiting for the next objective. And also, our channel just reached 470 subscribers. So thank you guys for that. If you are enjoying this stream, consider checking out uh, other days that we've streamed for in case you missed them. Actually, if Camila manages to catch 3 people in her halt and Melissa is just in the back line dishing damage, I think it's GG's. Yabusa just here ensuring that we notice his recall, his Onic recall skin, and also ensuring that no one is here to push the top lane. And I've also just noticed that RNK Shinigami has not lost a single turret against RNK in this game. And with a suspicion that Shinigami is going to converge on the on the Lord rather, uh, RNKX decided to push top lane. Counting their losses, RNKX. Okay, Anzo is popping off right now. They lost the Lord, but what they didn't lose. Okay, never mind. It seems like okay. This match is confusing me. There are deaths all over the place. Very, very messy. But this is the land of dawn. You can't be too certain of what's to happen next. Melissa just munching on that turret, but it's going to go down eventually. She's going to go down rather. The Lord is marching on top lane, and if he's not stopped anytime soon, I think he might get that top lane down. Nice stunt right there from the Gato catcher, but there's no damage to follow up. An attempt on Glue's life, but he gets out safely. So naturally, this phase is usually burning, as we just freeze lane, clear lane, and wait for the next neutral objective here. Isolani on this Arit rocking 414 KDA, which is perfect against Melissa's 141. Kind of poetic, if you ask me. 414 on Arit versus 141 on Melissa. Cecilion flying too close to the sun. Yeah, there's a real attempt on his life, and they have to do everything to save Cecilion, popping the revitalize and also him using his ultimate, the Bat Fist. Glue here posing a real threat to wow, and it goes down to Glue. Glue is an actual menace. I think Glue is not to be taken lightly in this current meta. It's good for sustain. It seems like this mid lane turret might go down, making the base of RNK more vulnerable to attacks and pushes. This is a messy team fight, guys, but RNK managing to take one life with them and also taking down the Lord, but they lose Danny in the process. The Lord is going side lane, which is good for RNK as it's going to make the long lane more penetrable in case they want to consider a macro push. Not entirely sure why they're fighting under the turret. This is not a good place to pick fight, guys. You don't want to be within this range. But however, they managed to pick two. All right, this might this might be the end for our Shinigami here, guys. Madara pushing towards the turret, Melissa popping damage, and Melissa gets popped also. Lilia becoming a real threat to RNK, Shinigami RNK here. Soul Snatch not effective against Aris as he manages to get to the fountain quick enough. I mean, technically both teams are RNK, but they have different names. It's RNK and Shinigami. So the gold is equal right now. So this becomes a battle of wits and tactics. Everyone is at level 15. Everyone is almost maxed out. So this is a battle of strategy at this point. It's a waiting game. Cecilion with 330 stacks, full item build, is going to become a real threat to Shinigami in case he's targeted somehow. not much is going on, just more poking game. Until now, there's a bait from, not entirely a bait because Hayabusa used his ultimate there, but Cecilion manages to survive. I believe he's going to sell the item now, and yes, he does sell the item. He sells the item. I believe he's on his way to immortality. Shinigami being aware of the danger he poses, they are now targeting him. A wombo combo from RNK, which turns out to be in their favor, but now Isolani is here to turn the game around. 2-for-1 trade, by the way, guys. I'm not sure who got a lot, but that was a 2-for-1 trade in terms of numbers. This suspense is killing me. Alright, the Lord finally got out, and it seems like the blue team got the Lord. They have their marksman, they also have the mage and the jungler, so it seems like they might be eating good in this push. Cecilion finally manages to secure the immortality. Uh, Islane preemptively using the ultimate there. There's no front line for them. The two of their front line is just managing to get the Lord, but the Lord is down already. So we just clocked the 22 minutes mark, and these guys have 15-15 in terms of kills and deaths. 15 kills and 15 kills on both of these guys' sides. Kama managing to get his KDA back to 364 compared to the 141 that it was rocking earlier. Meanwhile, Isolani on RTA rocking the 426. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, consider liking the stream and subscribing to the channel. Did someone request for a pause? Okay, we have a pause here, so that should give me a minute to catch my breath. Oh, oh, I can't curse. But yeah, it seems like I muted myself there while I was taking care of business during the pause. But I was talking this whole time until I saw the comments asking what happened to the audio. But anyways, Shinigami went for the finishing blow and they ended the game 1-1. It seems like we'll have a last match on our hand. Give me a second, guys. I have to make a call. Hello, hello, hello. We are back. All right, guys. Hope we are welcome back to the third match of tonight's game. If you heard my laptop clacking away, that's because I was placing order for dinner. Ebi ń pa mí bí wèrè. Ebi ń pa wèrè sí mi lára kí n má parọ́ fún yín. But anyways, hunger aside, this is the final game. This is the final game. So, give me a second. All right, guys, we're back. It appears like these two teams here are going for their best picks for this final game. Lucas Jungle for RNK, Ilitel for the obvious backline and escape, and the Tigreal being locked there as a tank. While on the other side, we have Katokacha, Fasa, and Ayabusa. Coincidentally, all the teams locked for Shinigami so far, they all have A behind their names. It is Gatokacha, Fasa, Ayabusa. Beatrice as the marksman, and Darren came making some real contemplation here. Although the skins are sexy, I have to admit. Novaria being locked in here, and then Beatrix for the EXP. Okay, okay. Final game, guys. We will see how this goes. Okay, we have a game on our hands, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. It's the Benedetta, Tigreal, Lucas, Novaria, Iritel versus Gatokacha, Fovius, Ayabusa, Beatrix, and Fasa. Who do you guys think has the better draft here? Like just for textbook, not practical execution, just textbook. Who do you guys think has the better draft here? I am not seeing any takers yet. No one in the comments is saying anything. Okay. Well, instead of taking your guesses, maybe we'll find out ourselves as we begin to head off into the third game here of tonight's match. Shiny draft looks more solid. You know what? I have to agree there. They have Phovius to disrupt the back line, and they are Phovius as the chaser, obviously. Novaria here going to be opening Fusion a lot for RNK, but she has to be careful of Fasa. Fasa can or do the same thing, short range, although just like that. All right, Kiyo, I will not accept any glazing in my comments. All right, the only glaze that is acceptable tonight is me as a streamer doing a very good job, I assume. All right, no glazing here. Danny trying to invade the Shinigami jungle there, but he finds no objective to pursue. Just look at him. Maybe Kama will have a better time on Irritel than he did on Melissa. Who knows? Whoa, okay. Some action top lane as Benedetta, played by After Lightning, goes down to Phantom's Aldos. Phovius. Wow. Tigreal forced to use his flicker preemptively, making him practically useless for this neutral objective. So instead of commenting on the game right now, we have two grown-ass men toasting in my comment section. I'm going to... Mod, can you ban these two? Mod, ban Kiyo and Milan from the chat, please. A real attempt there by Lucas, but to no avail. And then Benedetta comes down to get knocked down again by Phovius for the second time in the 3rd minute of the game. Shinigami manages to secure 2 lives and as well as the turtle and now the little. Small wins, guys. I'm not entirely sure what Lucas is going to do here eventually. There's a support from Tigreal to ensure that Beatrix does not pop off. An ultimate there by Tigreal catches Beatrix, and now Panda is in some real danger, and I think he goes down double kill to the marksman Karma, finally getting his footing. Personally, I think Lilia would have been good here instead of Novaria. Panda is yet to ensure that that mistake does not happen again where the marksman is left vulnerable to Tigreal's explosion damage, explosion ult. I'm actually hoping that we already this match along because I have to leave this stream soon. Wow, okay. Okay. Someone slap me right now because karma is popping off. Where was this karma in the last game? What was he doing on Melissa with a 141 KDA? Now he's soaking kills and bullying Isolani on this Beatrix here. My god. What is this RNK? What is this RNK? You guys did not tell me that RNK was they were basically chefs because they are cooking. RNK is cooking right now. They took top lane, and I believe they took that turtle as well. I could be wrong. Another attempt by Phobius to take Benedetta's life again to no avail. Yeah, guys, RNK is popping up in this match. It seems like the oof, Ayabusa goes down, bites the star shatter from Jolene. Danny forcing Isolani to use his ult there as they manage to steal the ultimate from as they manage to steal Busa's blow buff. After Lightning going too deep, dies to Phobius again. At some point, Phobius is going to tell him that he should learn his lesson and stop coming for him. Busa claims a life there, but Danny also claims a life, so it seems like an equal trade, 2 for 2. The score now is 7-5 in the 7th minute of the game. RNK being 1k good ahead of Shinigami right now. Oof! Look at that flicker. Look at that flicker from Tigreal. That was sexy. And Tata manages to get his first kill in this game, making his KDA 1-3-1. Guys, RNK is cooking. Just look at Tigreal's position. I can speak. Just look at Tigreal's positioning right now. Tigreal is on 007 KDA, a perfect KDA for a tank. All assist, no kill. All assist, no death. Novaria also seems to be having a better time. 104 KDA. Sociopath not finding the path outside that turret zone right now. He keeps getting bullied by Novaria from downtown. Sociopath more like no path. If he was Spider-Man, I think it would be no way out of the turret zone. Levi goes down. Uh, oof. What does this retail have? Okay. Did you guys see that damage? Isolani 041 KDA. Not a good look for your marksman. Lucas trying to do something there, but well, he manages to do something. 3-4-2 right now, guys. I think it might be time to call it off. All right. It seems like they call it off.
Okay, now me go text you. Then
My God, Kama. I mean, I think Kama is exerting Kama right now on his Shinigami for what they showed him last game. You know, it's like Kama if it was a physical manifestation. He's popping off right now, guys. He's popping off. I mean, 614 is a perfect KDA for a marksman. It's now Shinigami is practically locked out of their base. They cannot do anything anymore. They cannot do anything. I mean, just look at those pokes coming from just look at that. Just look at that. It is disgusting. I'm I'm not going to chill with the glazing. I mean, look at what Kama is doing, man. Okay, I think he might be trying to go too far there, trying to bust down the trying to road drop that turret without minions. All right, calm down, Amano. Just just basic attack. That's that's disgusting. This is not even glaze. I mean, it's riding on a Ducati, and it's if I don't stop glazing, I think it will sound like I'm in love with him, but I am not. It's that could be, but I'm not. I'm sure of that. There's a convergence. There's a convergence there. The Lord Pit, an attempt from Camille Levi, but no real. Just just showing face, telling the guys that he knows that they are taking the Lord, nothing more. All a Lord Iritel, played by Kama. I mean, riding back in the land of dawn is already enough aura farming. All right. So I don't even need to glaze him here. All right. So let's just get back to the game here. A defense, an attempt, what looks like one. The Tigreal goes for the back line. He goes straight for the back line, guys. And Tata is there to finish off. And the Lord is working on the base. Malara is here to not play at all. To not play at all. All right, that's a victory, and that's JJ. RNK winning 2-1 against Shinigami. Oh god. Of course, Karma is MVP. It's I mean it's only fair. All right, so Isulani on Choku. That's that's not fair, guys. Leave that boy alone. Danny tried his mind. Danny played his best here. Danny played his best here. I mean, his Lucas was amazing. Tigreal always went for the back line. 0-1-10 KD. That's just a perfect KD for a jungle for a Roma, guys. This match was fun. It was fun. But anyway, that's all for tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you at finals, I believe. Yeah, at the finals. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys around.